9 Shocking Joint Secrets Doctors Don't Share. Your Knees Will Thank You. Number 7 Changed Everything. Are your knees betraying you every morning? That first step out of bed sending sharp pains through your legs that make you wince? You're not alone, and it's not just aging. What if I told you that doctors aren't sharing everything they know about joint health? That the medical industry has been keeping certain natural solutions quiet for decades? The truth is, most people over 50 believe that creaky knees and stiff joints are just part of getting older, something you have to accept and live with forever. But that's a lie, a convenient story that keeps you dependent on temporary fixes, rather than addressing what your body actually needs to heal itself from within. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on 9 powerful, scientifically backed secrets that could transform your joint health without expensive surgeries or prescription medications. These aren't just theories, these are proven strategies that thousands of people have used to reduce pain, rebuild strength, and regain the freedom to move without fear. And secret number 7? It completely changed my perspective on joint health. Trust me. It's not what you think, and you'll want to stick around to hear it. So if you're tired of that nagging knee pain, if you want to walk confidently again, play with your grandkids, or just live without constant discomfort, this video is for you. Let's dive into these 9 joint secrets the medical establishment doesn't want you to know. Your future self and your knees will thank you for watching. Secret number 1. The hydration connection your doctor never mentioned. When was the last time your doctor asked about your water intake during a joint pain appointment? Probably never, yet it might be the most overlooked factor. Your joints are surrounded by something called synovial fluid. Think of it as natural WD-40 for your body. It's what keeps everything moving smoothly without grinding. And guess what? That crucial fluid is made mostly of water. When you're even slightly dehydrated, that cushioning liquid starts to dry up and your joints begin to suffer. It's not just the fluid either. Your cartilage, that firm, rubbery tissue that absorbs shock in your knees, is actually about 80% water by weight. Without proper hydration, cartilage becomes brittle, ligaments lose flexibility, and everything tightens up. That's when the creaking, popping, and morning stiffness really kicks in. Studies from the Journal of Biomechanics show that even mild dehydration reduces your joint's ability to absorb shock by nearly 20%. That's massive when you think about it. Most adults walk around chronically dehydrated without realizing it. Coffee, alcohol, and even some medications actively pull water from your tissues, including your joints. The solution? Aim for 8-10 cups of water daily. That's about 2 liters. If you live somewhere hot or exercise regularly, you'll need even more than that. Not a fan of plain water? Try adding lemon slices, cucumber, or fresh mint. Even herbal teas count toward your daily intake if they're not caffeinated. And here's a simple trick. Place a large water bottle where you can see it. Throughout the day, visual cues make forming new habits much easier. This might sound too simple to be effective, but don't underestimate the power of proper hydration. Your knees can feel the difference within days, not months or years. But hydration is just the beginning. What you put on your plate could be either healing your joints or silently destroying them from the inside out. Secret number 2. The protein joint connection they don't teach in medical school. When you hear protein, you probably think about muscles and bodybuilding. But there's another critical use your body has for protein that rarely gets mentioned. Your knees, cartilage, tendons, and ligaments are all made of structural proteins. The most important one is called collagen. It's the literal glue holding your joints together. Collagen gives your joints strength, elasticity, and the ability to bounce back after stress. And your body can only make collagen if you give it the right building blocks. Every step you take creates microscopic damage to your joint tissues. That's normal. But without enough protein, those tiny injuries can't repair properly. Over time, this leads to inflammation, degradation, and eventually that constant ache that makes climbing stairs feel like scaling Mount Everest on bad days. The solution isn't complicated, but it is essential. Aim for 20–30 grams of quality protein at each meal, spread evenly throughout your day. What does that look like? 2 eggs and whole grain toast for breakfast. A palm-sized piece of fish for lunch. A cup of Greek yogurt as an afternoon snack. The medical industry rarely emphasizes this because it's not profitable. There's no prescription to write for, eat more protein. But your joints desperately need it. Focus on complete proteins like eggs, fish, chicken, and dairy if you eat animal products. If you're plant-based, combine foods like beans with rice or quinoa. These protein-rich foods deliver the amino acids your body needs to maintain and rebuild the structural integrity of your cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Think of protein as repair fuel. Without it, your joints wear out faster. With it, they stay flexible, supported, and resilient year after year. But eating right is only part of the equation. Up next, I'll share the simple morning ritual that can literally turn back the clock for stiff, painful joints. Secret number 3. The 10-minute morning ritual that reverses years of stiffness. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you intentionally stretched your body? Not during exercise, but just stretching for its own sake. Most people go decades without proper stretching. Then they wonder why their body feels locked up like an old rusty gate that hasn't been oiled in years. Your joints are designed to move through their full range of motion regularly. When they don't, the surrounding tissues, your ligaments, tendons, and muscles begin to shorten. That shortening creates a constant pull on your joints, increasing pressure and friction. With every movement, it's like trying to open a door while someone's pushing from the other side. But here's the good news. It takes surprisingly little time to reverse this process. Just 10 minutes of gentle, targeted stretching each morning can transform how you feel. Scientists at Tufts University found that regular stretching increases joint fluid production by up to 30%, bringing back that crucial natural lubrication. The key is consistency, not intensity. You don't need to touch your toes or twist into pretzel shapes. You just need to gently coax your joints through their natural range. Start with simple leg swings while holding onto a sturdy chair. Add arm circles to loosen tight shoulders. Try a seated spinal twist to release back tension. Even better, do these stretches first thing in the morning, when your body needs them most. Your joints are naturally stiffer after hours of inactivity during sleep. Many people notice dramatic improvements within just 2 weeks of daily stretching. Morning pain decreases, mobility improves, and that feeling of being stuck begins to fade. This isn't complicated medicine. It's simply giving your body what it naturally requires. And that's probably why you won't hear about it during a typical 6-minute doctor visit. But stretching is just one piece of the puzzle. What if I told you that common kitchen ingredients could fight joint inflammation better than many medications? Secret number 4. The kitchen anti-inflammatories more powerful than pills. Right now, in your kitchen or pantry, you likely have access to some of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories for joint health ever discovered. I'm talking about the allium family of vegetables: garlic, onions, leeks, scallions, and shallots. These aren't just flavor enhancers, they're joint protectors. Researchers at King's College London discovered that allium vegetables contain unique organosulfur compounds that specifically target and reduce inflammatory markers in joint tissue. These compounds help your body rebuild collagen, flush out harmful waste that collects around joints, and actively calm the inflammation that makes your knees throb. Inflammation is like a silent fire burning around your joints. It makes them swell, ache, and feel hot to the touch. It accelerates damage and prevents healing. When you consume allium vegetables regularly, you're essentially sending nature's firefighters to cool that inflammation and give your joints a chance to recover. The effects build over time. In one study tracking older adults with knee osteoarthritis, those who ate the most allium vegetables reported 35% less pain after 6 months. How do you incorporate these powerful foods? It's simple. Add chopped onions to soups and stir fries. Roast whole garlic cloves with olive oil as a side dish. For maximum benefit, chop raw garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking. This activates its most potent anti-inflammatory compounds. Unlike medications that often come with side effects, these foods support your entire body, improving heart health, immune function, and even gut health alongside your joints. The medical industry can't patent or sell garlic and onions, which might explain why their joint benefits aren't advertised on TV between pharmaceutical commercials. But while what you eat affects joint health tremendously, there's another factor that multiplies joint stress in a way most doctors rarely explain properly to their patients. Secret number 5. The hidden mathematical equation destroying your knees. This next secret might be uncomfortable to hear, but it's one of the most powerful changes you can make for long-term joint health and pain relief. There's a mathematical equation affecting your knees that most doctors mention only in passing, without explaining the true magnitude of its impact on your daily pain levels. For every extra pound of body weight you carry, your knees feel 4 pounds of additional pressure. This isn't opinion, it's biomechanical fact confirmed by multiple research studies. What does this mean in real life? If you're just 10 pounds over your ideal weight, your knees are carrying an extra 40 pounds of pressure with every single step. That's like strapping a 40-pound backpack to your torso and never taking it off. When you climb stairs or walk downhill, that pressure doubles to 80 pounds. Over months and years, this relentless extra force wears down cartilage, stresses ligaments, and accelerates the very joint degeneration that causes chronic pain. But here's the hope in this equation: it works just as powerfully in reverse. Losing just 10 pounds can remove 40 pounds of stress from your knees immediately. The Arthritis Foundation reports that every 1 pound of weight loss reduces knee stress by 4 pounds, potentially decreasing pain by up to 20% with modest weight reduction. This isn't about looking different or fitting into certain clothes. It's about liberating your joints from unnecessary stress that's literally crushing them with every movement. You don't need extreme diets or intense workouts to see benefits. Research shows that losing just 5–10% of your body weight can cut joint pain in half for many people. Start with small, sustainable changes. Replace sugary drinks with water. Add 1 more vegetable serving daily. Take a 10-minute walk after dinner. These simple shifts add up. Even before you lose a single pound, these healthier habits reduce inflammation and improve circulation, bringing more healing nutrients to your damaged joint tissues. This isn't medical advice you'll hear explained clearly, because there's no prescription pad solution. But the mathematical reality remains: your knees feel every pound you carry. Speaking of healing nutrients, there's one vitamin that's absolutely essential for rebuilding damaged joints, yet most people focus on the wrong benefits entirely. Secret number 6. The vitamin that rebuilds joints from the inside out. When you think about vitamin C, you probably think about fighting colds or boosting immunity. But there's something far more important it does that rarely makes headlines. Vitamin C is absolutely essential for building and repairing collagen, the structural protein that forms the foundation of your cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Think of collagen as the scaffolding that holds your joints together. Without enough of it, your joints become unstable, your cartilage thins, and pain becomes your constant companion. Here's the crucial point most people miss. Your body cannot produce collagen without vitamin C. It's a required ingredient in the biochemical process that creates this vital protein. In fact, severe vitamin C deficiency, scurvy, causes joint pain specifically because collagen production stops and existing collagen begins to break down rapidly. Beyond collagen production, vitamin C also acts as a powerful antioxidant in your joints, neutralizing harmful free radicals that cause inflammation and accelerate tissue damage. A study in the Annals of the Rheumatic Diseases found that people with the highest vitamin C intake had a 30% lower risk of progressive knee osteoarthritis compared to low-intake groups. The good news is you don't need expensive supplements. Colorful fruits and vegetables like oranges, strawberries, kiwis, bell peppers, and broccoli are all packed with vitamin C. Since vitamin C is water-soluble, your body doesn't store it for later use. That means you need a fresh supply every day for optimal joint protection and repair. Try adding red bell pepper slices to your lunch, or enjoying an orange as an afternoon snack. These simple additions provide more than your daily requirement. This is preventative medicine at its finest, giving your body the raw materials it needs to maintain and rebuild your joints day after day, year after year. But even with perfect nutrition, your joints need something else critical for their long-term health, something that might surprise you with its simplicity and power. Secret number 7. The counterintuitive movement that saved my knees. This seventh secret completely transformed my understanding of joint health, and it goes against everything you might assume about protecting painful, vulnerable knees. When your knees hurt, your natural instinct is to rest them, to avoid anything that might cause more pain or damage. It seems logical, but it's actually a devastating mistake. The truth is that joints need movement, but a very specific kind of movement that builds the supportive structures around them without causing additional stress. I'm talking about gentle strength training for the muscles surrounding your knees. These muscles are your joint's natural shock absorbers and stability system. When the quadriceps, hamstrings, and calf muscles become weak from inactivity, your knee joints bear the full brunt of every step, twist, and movement you make. It's like removing the shock absorbers from your car and driving over a bumpy road. Everything feels jarring because there's nothing to buffer the impact. Researchers at Tufts Medical Center found that strengthening these muscles can reduce knee pain by up to 47%, often more effective than medications for long-term relief. The best part? You don't need a gym membership or heavy weights. Your own body weight provides enough resistance to make significant improvements. Try wall sits. Stand with your back against a wall and slide down as if sitting in an invisible chair. Hold for a few seconds, then rise. This strengthens your quadriceps. Chair squats are another option. Lower yourself toward a chair without fully sitting, then stand back up. This builds the entire leg muscle system that protects your knees. Even simple step-ups using the bottom stair in your home can strengthen the exact muscles that take pressure off painful knee joints during daily activities. Start with just 5-10 repetitions, 2 or 3 times per week. Focus on slow, controlled movements. The goal isn't to exhaust yourself but to gradually build supporting strength. Many people notice improvement within just 2-3 weeks of consistent, gentle strength work. Not because their cartilage magically regrew, but because their muscles now share the load. This approach is rarely emphasized in brief medical appointments because it requires explanation and guidance that most rushed doctors simply don't have time to provide. But while building strength is crucial, there are also specific supplements with solid research behind them that can directly support your body's joint repair mechanisms. Secret number 8. The joint supplements with actual science behind them. Walk down any pharmacy aisle and you'll see dozens of joint supplements making bold claims. Most are a waste of money, but 2 specific compounds actually have solid research. Glucosamine and chondroitin are natural substances found in healthy cartilage. They're the building blocks your body uses to maintain and repair the cushioning in your joints. As we age, our natural production of these compounds decreases significantly. This is one reason why joint problems become more common in our 50s, 60s, and beyond. What many people don't realize is that high-quality supplements can actually help replace these critical joint components and support your body's natural repair processes. A major study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that the combination of glucosamine and chondroitin reduced moderate to severe knee pain by about 79% in some groups. These aren't overnight miracle workers. They typically take 4-8 weeks of consistent use before benefits appear, but for many people, the relief is substantial and lasting. The key is selecting the right forms and dosages. Look for glucosamine sulfate, not HCl, at 1,500 mg daily, and chondroitin sulfate at 1,200 mg daily for optimal results. Third-party testing is crucial too. Independent labs like Consumer Lab and USP verify that supplements actually contain what their labels claim in the correct amounts. One important note: if you have shellfish allergies, choose plant-based glucosamine, as many standard supplements are derived from shellfish exoskeletons, which could trigger reactions. These supplements work best when combined with the other strategies we've discussed: proper hydration, protein intake, stretching, and strengthening the muscles around your joints. They're not magic bullets, but they provide your body with the raw materials it needs to maintain and rebuild the crucial structures that keep your knees healthy. The final secret involves a specific type of food that fights joint inflammation from the inside out, and most people aren't eating nearly enough of it. Secret number 9. The blue foods that extinguish joint inflammation. The final secret involves specific foods that directly fight joint inflammation, the underlying cause of most pain, stiffness, and progressive joint damage. I'm talking about blue fish: salmon, sardines, mackerel, herring, and tuna. These cold water fish contain powerful omega-3 fatty acids that work like internal anti-inflammatories. Two specific omega-3s, EPA and DHA, have been extensively studied for their remarkable ability to reduce inflammatory compounds that trigger joint pain and degradation. A landmark study in the journal Arthritis and Rheumatism found that consistent omega-3 consumption reduced inflammatory joint pain by 60% compared to placebo groups over 12 months. These essential fatty acids don't just mask symptoms, they actively calm the inflammatory processes that cause joint destruction in the first place. They improve the quality of your synovial fluid, enhance cartilage repair, and help restore the natural balance between damage and healing in stressed joints. You don't need massive amounts either. Just 2 4-ounce servings of fatty fish per week provides enough omega-3s to significantly reduce joint inflammation. Try grilled salmon with lemon and herbs. Add sardines to whole grain toast for a nutrient-dense lunch. Mix tuna with olive oil instead of mayonnaise for a healthier sandwich filling. Not a fan of seafood? High-quality fish oil supplements or algae-based omega-3 supplements for vegetarians can provide similar benefits when taken consistently. The anti-inflammatory effects of omega-3s extend beyond your joints too, protecting your heart, brain, and entire circulatory system while they help your knees feel better. It's remarkable how rarely this information is presented clearly to people suffering with joint pain, especially considering the substantial research supporting these benefits. But the most important thing to remember as we conclude is that you're not broken. Your body hasn't betrayed you. It's simply asking for what it needs to heal. The truth. You're not broken, you're healing. If you've made it this far, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are healing. The process has already begun just by watching this video. The stiffness, the pain, the discomfort, these aren't signs that you're falling apart. They're signals from your body asking for support, asking to be remembered. And now you know how to answer those signals. Not with temporary bandages that mask the symptoms, but with fundamental support that addresses the actual causes of joint pain. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. You don't need to become a fitness expert or spend thousands on treatments. You just need to start somewhere. Maybe that's filling up a water bottle right now. Maybe it's doing 5 minutes of gentle stretches before bed tonight. Maybe it's adding salmon to your grocery list. These small steps add up. They compound. They work together to create an environment where your body can finally do what it naturally wants to do: heal itself. The human body has remarkable regenerative capacity when given the right tools. Your cartilage can become more resilient. Your muscles can grow stronger at any age. So many people have transformed their joint health using these exact strategies. People who were told surgery was inevitable. People who thought pain was their new normal. If this video helps you avoid even one day of unnecessary pain, if it helps you climb one flight of stairs without wincing, then sharing these secrets was worth it. Because you deserve to move with confidence. You deserve to play with your grandkids. To travel, to dance, to live without your body holding you back. Start today. Start small, but start. Your future self will thank you for it. And if this information helped you, please share it with someone else who might be suffering. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to healing your own body. You now have that power. The question is, what will you do with it first?